Hey everyone, my name is Robin Graves. This is the world according to Graves. I had something happen just a few minutes ago that doesn't normally happen. I did half the show without my microphone attached, and it was totally just me sitting here, looked like a total jack off, blabbering away. So a lot of there are people out there who would like to see that happen. Honestly, they love that that video. Uh, Especially those out there who hate me, like Twitter, YouTube, um, Facebook. Well, YouTube doesn't hate me that much. They just demonetized me, which I don't really care. I'm not doing this for money anyway. Certain viewers who don't like me give me death threats. We're going to address that at a later show. I want to get some really good ones going. But let me get a few things out of the way first, and we're going to get to something. Let me get something done here. Mike, Goodfellas. One of my favorite movies of all time. I suggest you see it. I know you haven't seen it. You're not into this kind of thing, but this one, you'll love. Holy shit. And let me get a little bit of sippage here. Whatever the hell this is. I don't know. It's wild berry flavored something. It was handed to me and told me to give it a shot. Maybe some of you guys know what this is. Somebody let me know in the comments down below, please. Get a little sippage here. It's going to take a while, okay? Get this out of my way before it does something dangerous that it shouldn't be doing. I don't know why that's on, but anyway, a little backstory here. I go through a lot of things. I do a lot of things, research and everything for this webcast. I usually research something ad nauseum, and it takes me 3 or 4 days to do it on when I have the time to do them. Thankfully, breeding season's over. All my snakes have hatched. Got some that are amazing, but other than that, I was doing research since Saturday on something, and I got an email this morning from the movie guy, Mike. And well, hold on, let me just say this first before you wonder who Mike is. I get a lot of ideas from people that I associate with. Kevin Miller, wonderful guy, gave me a lot of really good ideas. He's kind of my producer in a way. Mike, who finds weird things for me, finds information for me. I get information from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, the local and county police departments. I've got a friend with the GBI, well, an associate with the GBI. I'm not mentioning his name. He doesn't want his name mentioned, which is cool with me. Who gives me information. But this I got this morning in an email. Threw this week's webcast out the window. I have 3 lined up. Well, now I have 4. Because this really bothered me. Let me get my handy dandy notes here. You gotta forgive me because usually it takes me 2 or 3 days to get my notes in order, to get everything, talking points and things I want to talk about, all in order the way I want them done. This I did in about an hour because that's all the time I had. And I didn't want to wait till tomorrow or Friday to get this out. I want to get this out today. I don't want this to wait. So I guess you guys can call this a special, I guess. I don't know. But how many of you out there remember being in school and disseminating communism and communist rhetoric being bad in school? You know, school kids don't know about this stuff. They're not, they didn't care. I mean, when we were in school, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, we didn't know what girls were. We didn't know what the opposite sex was. All we knew was, excuse me, cartoons were on at 3:30 when we got home from school. Whether we're going to get beat up after school by the school bully. Some of us played football in school. Some of us had things going on, extracurricular activities. Well, we can count that as not happening anymore. Crap. I got this email from Mike. He sent me the flyer, the digital flyer, and I'm probably going to be posting it on social media right underneath this. So if you find this on social media, you're probably going to see the flyer. Okay? Give me another drink here. I'm still getting over this chest cold thing, whatever it was. There we go. Yes, folks, I am a human being. I'm not a digital approximation. As far as you know. But anyway, there's a social justice summer camp, August 12th through the 23rd, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Okay, this is August 12th to the 23rd. Okay, it's for youth, 4th through 8th grade. Okay, keep up with this. Keep up with this. Where is this? That's the interesting point. St. Peter and Paul Church, 247 Southeast 82nd Avenue in Portland, Oregon. Okay, you register at www.buddingroses.org or buddingrosespdx@gmail.com is how to get a hold of these people. Or on Facebook, Budding Roses PDX. Okay, so, you know, there's so much wrong with this. Where do I begin? Where do I begin with this? Well, let me check my notes here. Oh, God. First off, the drawing on the flyer of grade school kids with a mask and raising their fist and there's a star on the mask. This is classic imagery from USSR, China, really any other violent Marxist regimes there have been throughout the 20th century, you know, and into the 21st. All right. Remember, 4th through 8th graders. They want these kids. Okay? It brings to mind the brown shirts and Antifa, even though Antifa doesn't like Nazis, but they work the same way. This place will have activists there, such as Antifa, Anarchy US, the Black Rose Anarchy Federation. They're teaching these kids, you know, to how to be social justice warriors. I've told you before, there are schools right now, they're teaching social justice to the 4th through 8th graders. I mean, they're not making it secret anymore. They're out in the open. They're getting your kids while they're young. Yeah, let's teach kids the most formative years, 9 through 13 years old, teaching them how to be social justice warriors. This is the identity politics, people. They're teaching identity politics, and identity politics is a staple for communism. You don't believe me? Look it up. Google it. I'm not going to do your homework for you. I do enough for you as it is. Look it up for yourself. That way you will know. Oh my gosh! I mean, this is very reminiscent of the pioneer youth that Lenin created to replace other youth organizations that he outlawed after the Bolshevik Revolution. You know, let me read the oath for you. This will give you an idea of how this works. I, last name, first name, joining the ranks of the Vladimir Ilyich Lenin All-Union Pioneer Organization in the presence of my comrades, solemnly promise to passionately love and cherish my motherland, to live as the great Lenin bade us, as the Communist Party teaches us, and as required by the laws of the Pioneers Society Union. This is what they're doing to your kids. They're indoctrinating them into socialism. And there's no difference between socialism and communism other than the fact in socialism, the military isn't putting their foot on your neck to make you be a socialist. It turns into communism very soon when people find out, oh, I'm making $20 an hour, but I'm paying 85% in taxes. So people who don't want to work get paid anyway. Oh, I own all of this stuff, but I don't own it anymore because the people now own it. And they're moving in on my land. Back when, shortly after the Bolshevik Revolution, the Ukraine was the breadbasket of Europe. The Bolshevik Revolution happened. People moved in. They started taking the farmlands to live on. Nobody knew about farming. They threw out the farmers. They took their properties. Shortly after this happened, the socialist government actually had to put up signs saying it's not okay to eat your children. That is an is an actual thing that happened. So, all these Antifa weirdos and SJWs are all for socialism. They're against capitalism altogether. And now they want to teach your kids at a church in Portland, Oregon, who is sponsoring this. Yeah. Remember in the good old days when there's a separation of church and state? Yeah. Doesn't look like it anymore. The socialists have taken over your churches. They've taken over your schools. They're not indoctrinating people in colleges anymore. They're indoctrinating them in grade school. Get that? I will never give another penny to public schools if I can help it. They will never get anything from me. Good grief. The about page for this domestic terrorist organization. It says Budding Roses. That's the name of the organization that are doing this. Budding Roses is a volunteer-run collective of educators, students, and activists who provide free social justice summer camps and year-round workshops for the Portland area youth in the 4th through 8th grade. The formative years. Get them while they're young. Yeah. Now you see why I wanted to get this out. This destroyed everything I wanted to do on this one. I have to do this. Let's see. Let me go through here. Budding Roses was selected for the 2018 Spirit of Portland Award as a nonprofit initiative of the year. And what has to be noted about this, okay, folks, is that Budding Roses was primarily funded by an organization called Black Rose Anarchy Federation. They are a domestic terrorist group. They're not listed yet, but they work a lot like a lot of domestic terrorist groups. They're the ones who are sponsoring Antifa, a lot of social justice warriors in the Portland area. They're the ones who are wanting to cause revolution. They have podcasts that include Feminists Against Capitalism and Socialists of America. Socialists of America in Portland have announced they will be challenging Democrats next year for not going left enough. Now, mind you, the left in the area tend to be even more left than Trotsky. That's a little frightening for this crap to be going on, with our kids. Right now, there's schools they're teaching social justice. They're not teaching social studies. Period. They don't want your kids knowing how the government is doing or how the government works. It's all, I feel that I don't like our government. I feel we should go socialist because everybody else wants to. Right now, it's gotten to the point where anybody who's not a socialist or is having violence sent to them. Right now, there are places I'm not allowed to go because I'm not a socialist. I will be attacked by these college students and high school kids. Antifa is the stormtroopers for the socialist movement. Like it or not, they are. They're the same thing as the brown shirts were for Hitler. Except they want to displace what they're doing onto you and me and anybody else who disagrees with them. They want to call us the Nazis. Well, you know what? Let me ask everybody something. If we're all Nazis, have people been dragged out into the streets in the middle of the night and beaten? Have innocent people disappeared in large groups and put into concentration camps? There are no concentration camps in America, people. I don't care what occasional cortex says. There are no concentration camps. A little history lesson. Let's talk about Dachau. Let's talk about Treblinka. Okay, actual concentration camps over in Europe during World War II. These were planned out methods of extermination. People were sent to these places to work themselves to death, or if they can't work, they were eliminated. They were shot in the back of the head and tossed into a flaming pit. Bodies were stacked and mortuaries there, what they used for mortuaries, to be taken out to the pits and burned. That's not happening here. I don't care what Donkey Chompers is saying about the southern border and the people being held there, the illegal aliens being processed through. Those are not concentration camps. Nobody there is being killed. Nobody's being starved. Nobody's being worked to death. In fact, I don't think anybody there is actually working, are they? Believe it, folks. The socialists are coming for our kids. You know, that the summer camp at the church in Portland, Oregon, which Oregon's pretty leftist anyway. They're cats. Again, I'm beset upon by felines here. Face it, people. They're not hiding it anymore. They're getting your kids, and they're wanting to indoctrinate them at an early age. So, well, guys, look, it's been 17 minutes here. I was going to give you an opinion piece. I think I threw that in for free anyway. I want you guys to know about what's going on at this church with the Budding Roses BS. I imagine we're going to start seeing them moving east now. We're probably going to be seeing them in other places before it's over with. They're actually lauded as a wonderful non-profit community service. So, guys and dolls, look, think for a while. Think while you can still think, while it's still legal to think for yourselves. Don't let people tell you what to think. Don't let the media tell you what's going on, because they're not telling you everything. They're going to give you a very skewed version of what's going on. That's been proven over and over. CNN is down to 30%. There are more people that watch Home and Garden Network. The cooking show, the Food Network. The Food Network has more viewers than CNN. There was something that was said. There are more people working at Walmart throughout the country than watch CNN. So don't believe what CNN says. I don't even believe what Fox News says. I want to go find out for myself. I don't want somebody telling me what only they want me to know. And neither should you. You should not be in that position. You don't know what's going on? Find out for yourself. Quit listening to everybody on TV, because you can't trust them, people. There is nobody on TV that is on your side. So, you guys be good to one another. I'll catch you next time. We're going to... yes, we're going to cough. We're going to be talking about, on the next one, we're going to be talking about the Antifa handbook. I'm going to let you know, heads up on that. I've got a copy of it. I've got it online, a digital copy. We're going to talk about that. Anyway, you guys be good to one another, and think for yourselves. Talk to you later.